Hey guys, what's up? It's Miles here, and welcome back to another video. It seems like these days everyone and their grandma has been trying to stream on Twitch TV after seeing the success of Ninja, Myth, and a bunch of other people, so I thought I'd make an updated 2018 guide for those of you guys who are interested in streaming. Before I do get started, it would be awesome if you guys could drop a like on the video if it does end up helping you out. I'd greatly appreciate it, but other than that, let's get on with the video. So of course the first two main requirements you'll need to meet to live stream properly is 1, having a good computer, and 2, having a solid internet connection. I do want to clarify that having a good laptop will get the job done the same, but I highly recommend having a desktop over a laptop. I personally have a pretty solid computer, and I'll have my specs on the screen right now just so you guys can take a look. One thing I do want to mention to those of you guys who are new to streaming is that a MacBook does not, I repeat, it does not qualify as a good streaming laptop, let alone a gaming laptop. I do wish it was the other way around because I do love my MacBook, but they just really aren't meant for heavy usage like that. So just definitely end up getting like a Windows PC or something like that. Honestly, as long as you built or bought your gaming PC or video editing PC or whatever it is within the past few years, it more than likely qualifies to be a good streaming or gaming PC. Moving on from that, the second thing you'll need, just like I mentioned before, is that you're going to want to have a good internet connection, and more specifically your upload speed. So if you're not too sure what your upload speed is already, just head over to speedtest.net. I'm going to have a link on the screen and in the description below, and once you're there, just go ahead and hit the button that says go. It's kind of hard to miss, but anyways, once you do that, the website is going to run a test, and it's just going to return your ping, your download speed, and your upload speed. So keep in mind, if you want to have the most accurate results, you should be doing this on a wired connection, using an Ethernet cable. I feel like it's common sense, but I'm going to mention it anyways. If you want to stream in general, unless your speeds show up in like the hundreds for both your download and upload speed, with a really low ping, I wouldn't recommend you stay on a wireless connection and just switch to wired full time. Also, if you do want to be a live streamer, it would be near impossible to actually stream content without experiencing a ton of drops in overall lag if you have an upload speed of 2 or below. In my personal opinion, anything from 4 to 5 or above for your upload speed usually results in a pretty consistent and stable streaming experience. So from this page, just try to keep your upload speed in your head, as we'll be referring to it later on in the video. So as you can see, mine rounds up to basically 5.8. Anyways, moving on from that, since this is an OBS streaming guide for Twitch, you should already have OBS installed on your computer, but if for some reason you don't and you're still watching the video, I'm going to have a download link in the description below, which should take you to a page similar to this one right here, just so you can get it installed and get caught up with the video. The setup process is incredibly simple and should only take a minute or two, but from there, let's go ahead and open up OBS. Alright, so when you first open up yours, it should look nothing like mine, and that's totally okay. Every content creator sets up their scenes for OBS differently, and you're probably going to do the same thing. Anyways, I do want to mention once again, everyone sets up their OBS scenes differently, and this is just how I set mine up for when I stream. Also, if you guys are interested in following me on Twitch, I'm going to have a link below. It's not needed, but if this video does end up helping you guys out at all, it would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, I just want to show you guys a quick little tutorial on how to get your screen and webcam on the same scene in case you guys are new to OBS and don't really know what you're doing. So to actually make a new scene, what you want to do is go to the scenes box right here and just click on the plus button, which means add a new scene. From here, you can literally name it whatever you want, so I'm just going to name mine tutorial because I'm making a tutorial right now. And once you do that, just go ahead and hit OK, and you should be good to go. So as you can see, my screen went black, and most likely yours did too, and on the chance that you don't see a preview like I do, just go ahead and hit the right click on the screen, and then just click on Enable Preview. Pretty simple fix right there. Anyways, from there, to actually add a screen, what we want to do is click the plus button under the sources box, and then from there, we're going to go to display capture. From here, you can literally name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it at the default name, and then click on OK. If you do have more than one monitor, you should see multiple monitors, or however many you actually have connected to your computer when you click the drop down menu right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick on my main one, which is display 0, and it's most likely going to be display 0 for you as well. So once you click on that, just click on OK, and you should be good to go. You're going to see like a little inception thing on your screen, and don't worry, that's perfectly normal. So to add your webcam, you just gotta do the same thing again. Just click the plus button, then go to video capture device because your webcam does qualify as a video capture device. From there, name it whatever you want. I normally just name mine the webcam name, so Logitech C920. Name yours whatever you want. From there, just click on the device drop down menu and select your webcam. So once you do that, you just click on your webcam, then click on OK, and you should be good to go. But I just want to show you guys another way to do this in case you already have other scenes set up before. You don't have to follow along this way, and what you can do is you can actually, I'm just going to quickly get rid of this as if we were starting from scratch. Click on plus, and then go back to video capture device. From there, hit add existing. Click the Logitech C920 or whatever it is named in your other scenes. Hit OK, and there I am again. So anyways, of course, you don't want your screen to be taking up the whole entire screen or your webcam to be taking up the whole entire screen. So you can just click on the bottom right corner and drag it in. And this is usually about the size most people make their webcams. And one thing I do want to show you guys before I just continue on with the tutorial is how to actually crop your webcam. And by that I mean, like, as you guys can see, there's like a ton of blank space right here, and nothing's going on there. That's just like my blanket. And then over there, that's just like my desk or my dresser. Not even my dresser, my nightstand. But anyways, of course, I wouldn't want that to show up in the stream because there's literally nothing happening there. So to actually just mess with that, all you have to do is hold Alt on your keyboard. It's usually on the left side of your spacebar. And then from there, drag in on the middle dot on your webcam, and you can actually cut off both sides like that, and then you can just move it wherever you want. So as you can see, that's what I did on my Fortnite live stream thing, and as you can see, it fits in perfectly with my overlay. So in case you do want to like make an overlay that matches specifically with how you want your webcam to be, this is how you would do it. Anyways, moving on to why you guys are actually here, the settings. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of my tutorial scene because I really don't need it. And from there, what we want to do is just go to the settings box. Wait, why did I say box? Anyways, I meant button. But once you're here, in case this is something that you've been wondering throughout the video, why is your OBS like darker and mine's like whiter or something like that? That's just because my theme is set to the dark theme, and yours is probably the okay, I can't talk, but yours is probably the default one. But anyways, in case you do want to use the dark one, I feel like it's easier on the eyes. Just click on dark, hit apply, and it should automatically change. Anyways, moving on from that, we're going to be going through a couple of these tabs on the left side right here, and the first one we're going to do is the streaming tab. So since this video is a tutorial on how to stream to Twitch, we're just going to keep the service on Twitch, but as you can see, there are multiple ones available, like YouTube Gaming, Mixer, Dailymotion, Facebook Live, Twitter, all that good stuff. So for the server, I recommend leaving it at auto, but if you want to try picking what's closest to you by just clicking on the drop down menu and then scrolling down until you find what is closest to where you live, just go for it, and if that doesn't work out well for you, just go back to auto. Anyways, moving on from that, we got the stream key, and you might be wondering why it's censored out with bullet points, and the reason for that is because you never want to show anyone what your stream key is. And the reason for that is because all anyone needs to actually stream on your account is just your stream key. They don't need your username or your password, which is kind of scary, and trust me, this is why everyone says to never show your stream key to anyone. But moving on from that, to actually find your stream key, just go to twitch.tv. I already have it opened up in my browser, and once you're here, click on your name on the top right. From there, go to your dashboard, and once you're here, you're going to see a different layout of Twitch. So once you've done that, hit the channel link button under the settings section of the dashboard, and you should get redirected to a page kind of like the one right here. From here, just click on stream key, and then once you're here, just click on show key. And from here, they're basically just going to give you the same exact warning that I basically gave you right now, and that's just to never show anyone your stream key. But anyways, once you have read that, just go ahead and click on I understand, and they're going to show you the stream key. So the cool thing about streaming platforms like YouTube and Twitch, and I'm pretty sure almost everyone does this, is that they let you reset your stream key in case it ever does get out on accident or gets leaked on accident or something like that, and that's just through the click of the button that says reset key. So if I keep clicking it, you can see it's just going to keep generating a random string of characters that actually tie together with my Twitch account, just so that no one can actually randomly guess what my stream key is. Anyways, from here, what we want to do is just go ahead and copy the stream key by highlighting it, right click it, hit copy, go back to OBS, and then select what's already there in case you do have something. Hit backspace until it's all gone, right click it, and then click on paste. And from there, if you do hit the show button right here, you can see it matches up exactly with what we do have in my browser right here. So once we're back in OBS, we just have to click on apply, and we should be good to go. So from here, we can move on to the output tab. And if you guys have seen my best OBS streaming guides, I usually go more into the advanced side of OBS when it comes to these settings, but I'm personally just fine with leaving it at the simple settings when I stream, because they usually result in a high quality stream and even work well with my computer, and I'm guessing it's going to work well with yours too. So remember when we ran the speed test earlier on in the video and I told you guys to keep your upload speed in your head? So this is where it's going to come in handy. And right now I'm actually going to have a chart on the screen on the bottom left of it, and that's just going to tell you guys what I think you should set your video bitrate to based on your upload speed. So your video bitrate is right here, and since my upload speed was basically 5.8, I'm pretty content with leaving mine at around 4200. Of course, this is going to be different for everyone, but keep in mind that the max recommended bitrate from Twitch is just 6000, and even that might be pushing it. So I feel like if your upload speed is anything like mine or well above it, just try keeping it anywhere from 3750 to 5000 until you find the sweet spot with your computer. Upping the bitrate does cause your PC to slow down a bit, so that's why I don't recommend making your bitrate the exact same as what your upload speed is. And one thing I do want you guys to keep in mind is that you are sharing these speeds with the rest of your house. So unless you live alone, you definitely want to keep in mind that someone might be watching Netflix downstairs or downloading a big file in a different room. So if you are streaming at the same time as someone else using the internet that much, then you might cause the whole house to lag if your speeds just aren't that great to begin with. Anyways, moving on from that, leave your encoder at x264 or whatever comes closest to that. And then for the audio bitrate, I usually leave mine at 160, but it's really just personal preference on the kind of audio setup that you have. Anyways, from there, we can click on apply, and then you don't really have to worry about the recording tab because this isn't a video for recording. If you guys do want to see my video on recording, I'm going to have it linked in the description below. But anyways, from there, once we hit apply, we can move on to the audio tab. So the first thing that shows up on my screen is the sample rate, and I usually just leave that at the default one, which is 44.1. For channels, I leave that at stereo, and then moving on from that, we have the desktop audio device. And this is essentially what you hear from your computer, so you want to make it your headset, or really whatever your sound actually goes to when you're like playing games or listening to music or anything like that. So that's why I have mine set to my headset earphone, which is my Astro A40s. But in case like you have like earbuds or something else, just make it whatever actually matches up with whatever your settings are. From there, you don't really usually ever have to do anything with the second desktop audio device, so I usually leave that disabled. And then moving on from that, we have the mic auxiliary device, and just do your computer's microphone. So if you have one on your headset, select that. But if you have like an external mic like myself, just select that, and that's what I did with my microphone, which is the Yeti stereo microphone. also known as the Blue Yeti mic. And then once you do that, this way your viewers will actually be able to hear you talk, and they'll also be able to hear what's actually happening on your computer, whether you're listening to music, in a Discord, playing games, or really whatever you're doing. I usually just leave the other two disabled, leave that at fast, and basically the default settings right here as well. Click on apply, and then from there we can move on to the video tab. So for this part, I'm probably gonna have different numbers than you, and don't worry, I'm gonna actually explain what you probably have on your screen as well, because I don't want you guys to get confused or anything like that. So anyways, your base canvas resolution, which is the first drop-down menu that appears, should be set to what your screen dimensions are. My screens are 1440p monitors, so mine stay at 2560 by 1440. The second number after the X is usually like the quality of whatever we're talking about. There's a really high chance that you have a 1080p monitor, so if that's the case, just go ahead and change this to 1920 by 1080, which for me is the second option, and for you it's most likely going to be the first one at the upper top. And that's a really cool thing about OBS, is that it's pretty good at detecting what your screen dimensions are in general, so if you do hit the drop down menu like I just showed you guys, the first option at the top is most likely what your screen resolution already is. Anyways, moving on from that, we have the output scale resolution, and this is essentially the resolution that you're going to be wanting to stream at or record at, or really whatever we're talking about. Now, I really don't recommend trying to push a 1080p stream. As you guys could see, we could do that if we selected 1920 by 1080. And honestly, I wouldn't try pushing a 1080p stream unless I was positive that my computer and internet speeds are really good. I usually just stream at 900p because it looks way better than 720p. It's the closest that I'll get to 1080p without pushing my limits too hard. And to do that, all you really have to do is just make your output scale resolution 1600 x 900, and this is something that you're most likely going to have to type in manually if you do want to stream at 900p. Now, if I'm being honest with you guys, I feel that most people watching this video are going to end up doing 720p streams anyway, and that's really what most people do on Twitch just in general, so don't feel bad if you have to do 720p instead of 900p or 1080p just because your computer can't handle it. Most people do 720p, and it's perfectly viewable, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. So to do that, just go ahead, click the drop down menu, and select the one like we talked about, the one that ends with 720p after the X, so X 720p, which in total is going to be 1280 x 720. So for my downscale filter, I usually just leave it at the highest one, as you guys can see right here, and then for my common FPS values, I usually stream at 60 FPS, but I do know that it can cause some strain on some PCs, so in case that's the case and you're starting to see the lag when you're playing and streaming at 60 FPS, maybe try turning it down to 30 FPS, but I wouldn't do anything in the middle or anything below 30 because that's just kind of weird. But anyways, from there, just go and click on apply, click OK, and you should be good to go. And once you actually hit apply after messing with the output tab in OBS, then you might have to like play around with the scene some more, but honestly, you're probably gonna do that anyways because you want to make sure that your scene does look perfect before you start streaming on Twitch. But anyways, once you do have your scene set up and matches like your preferences, just go ahead and click on the start streaming button right here. It's gonna be at the top of the bottom right, and once you do that, you should be streaming on twitch.tv. Now, I'm not going to be doing that because I don't want a bunch of random people showing up to my 5 to 10 second test stream and literally see nothing on the screen. But anyways, you guys get the point. But once you are streaming on Twitch, if you do go back to your dashboard, you guys are going to see that it's going to update and start actually showing you guys like stream health after a couple of seconds. It's gonna be like a little like bar graph or line graph showing you guys like your upload speed with like your stream quality and stuff like that. It's actually really cool. You're gonna see your stream chat starting to move when you have people in your chat, and you're gonna see your video preview actually like update with what's streaming. It's gonna show you that you're online, how many viewers you have, how many clips have been made. I think this is clips, yeah. And yeah, so that's really it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and follow me on Twitch, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers, and a help is appreciated. But on that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.